Then what else? Difference between salary and wage. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And third one.
To make the payroll for June, I guess. The
हाँ,
excess.
5 महीने का बनाया था, 1 महीने का बाकी था, है ना?
Yes, sir.
तो सबको एक जैसा सेम डेटा पे करना था.
जूही, अगर कहीं कोई दिक्कत आती है बेहिचक आप फ्री होके पूछना क्वेश्चन, ठीक है? हाँ, प्लीज इंटरेक्ट मोर एंड मोर, फील फ्री, फील कंफर्टेबल, राइट? जितना आप पूछोगे उतना ज्यादा लर्न करोगे, एंड एवरीबडी इज हियर टू सपोर्ट यू, चाहे आपके कलीग हो चाहे सर हो, वी आर हियर टू सपोर्ट यू सो दैट टुमारो यू कैन बिकम ए गुड एचआर मैनेजर, राइट? चलिए, ठीक है.
Yes, all questions are welcome. तो questions के लिए तो कभी कोई मना नहीं है. And no question is a silly question. You can always ask anything that comes to your mind. Because you are not expert. Okay, so Jyotsna have shared these assignments. लंबा लंबा लिखा है तो I'll read and I'll revert on that. है ना? मैंने अपना करके भेज दिया, अब आप जानो. Okay. So now, by and large, you understand that how do we process the salary, isn't it? What are some of the
Yes, sir.
components? How do we calculate certain things? है ना? So these few things we have understood. I don't know if you have learned this, but I think you have understood. Okay. Now let us take this thing on a broader prospect. Salary is a part of the overall bucket called compensation and benefit, CNB. I just came from office, so please bear with me. Today we have more of discussion and understanding, and less of activities per se. So it's a broader framework where the salary is a part of it. Hmm? This is also niche area in HR, and it's a specialization area also. So in the large scale organizations, जहाँ बहुत बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियां हैं, multi-location, diversified business, large workforce, or a very stable and old organization working for many years. There, after a certain time of operations, it becomes a challenge like how to retain people. है ना? जैसे हम छोटे बच्चे थे तब टॉफी से काम चल जाता था. अभी बड़े हो गए, डेयरी मिल्क सिल्क से कम में रुकोगे नहीं, है ना? So you've gone beyond that toffees. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, as I was saying, जब आप छोटे थे तब टॉफी में मान जाते थे. Now Cadbury's Dairy Milk Silk से कम में रुकते नहीं हो. Bubbly, the big one. So over a period of time, as you grow in the hierarchy, or as the organization grows, it becomes challenging for the organizations to, manage the compensation. So one aspect is already there, which is performance appraisal, which ma'am will take anyway in next sessions. That will talk about your increments and revisions and everything. But as an organization, when it grows, when it's an old organization, when it ages, sometimes it becomes challenging to retain people. Because the salary can be increased to a level, isn't it? Now, beyond Cadbury's Dairy Milk Silk, कुछ अलग सोचना पड़ेगा. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Because as we all grow, the requirement for us changes. Okay. At the same time, it becomes organization also for to retain people. It becomes challenge for them also to retain people. Salary बढ़ा के एक limit तक जा सकता है. Okay, but what beyond that? What beyond that? So for any organization, this is also a core area, compensation and benefit, which talks about the entire structure of salary and other payments. So we learned about salary, how to calculate and payroll and all other things. But today we will try to take up, if possible, quickly, two areas. One is this compensation benefit and something on the employee engagement. Because they are, at times, they are interrelated also. है ना? What motivates you more, good food or good apparels?
Food.
Both.
Good food, sir.
Food, okay. Anushka,
Yes, sir.
क्या ज्यादा मोटिवेट करता है, अच्छा खाना या अच्छे कपड़े?
Actually, both, but if I'll compare, then food.
Food.
Yes, sir.
Jyotsna,
Obviously, it's food. I
food.
cannot go without good food.
Oh my God. यही है तुम्हारी सेहत का राज.
I have high metabolism. What can I do?
My God. Thanks, you're blessed with certain good things. Look at us. struggling with the metabolism, and many other isms. So Juhi,
both
नहीं both है एक
कंपेयर करने पे फूड
food.
जैसे
Oh my God, सब खाने के शौकीन है. अच्छा खाली खाना ही शौक है कि बनाना भी शौक है?
सिर्फ बनाना भी है
बनाना तो ठीक है. तो आपको खाली खाना अच्छा लगता है, कोई और बनाए तो. We all have different, you know, motivating factors. Now, surprisingly, here you all have a common motivating factor. Tanya,
Food only, sir.
my God, ऐसा बायस है क्या? सब आपस में एक ने फूड बोला तो बाकी सभी फूड बोलेंगे?
So actually, we have been living in hostels since many years. And so we
हाँ.
are motivated from food
So जो
only.
नहीं मिल रहा है उस पर ज्यादा चिंता है.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you are. So see, now this is what is the concept. You know, you need what you don't have, right? And at times what you deserve. So need and want, they are two different things. Need and want. Okay. So for everyone, today you being in hostel, away from home, food motivates you more. You know. So if I want to get an assignment done, I can always barter it for one, good plate of momo or a Manchurian with fried rice or chole kulcha or chaat samosa or jalebi. Yes or no?
Of course, yes, sir.
Of course, yes. Now, 3 years down the line, 4 years down the line, when you have done your studies, you're back home. And then again, if I have to get an assignment done, will the same thing motivate you?
No, sir. There will be a
Barter will
shift.
not help. Right? It may not help. Not very sure, but yes. है ना? A chole kulcha for an assignment will not help. Things might have changed. Okay. The same thing is in your industrial concept as well. So when you talk about compensation benefit, we talk about the entire gamut per se. And it has evolved over a period of years. No, it has not happened overnight. It has evolved over a period of time. So when there was a Neolithic revolution, 10,000 BC, we were having a system called barter system. You all know barter system, right?
Yes, sir.
एक हाथ दे, एक हाथ ले.
Yes, sir.
तो तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा. This was a barter system.
Yes, sir. A kind of.
A kind of. Correct. So barter was, I have something which is useful for you. You have something which is useful for me. Rather than, it was need. So I grow wheat, you grow rice. Let's exchange this. So I should also have a wheat, you should also have a rice. That was the very purpose of barter. Money was not the criteria. It was a need. So I have something, you have something, and then in exchange, we both have both the things in appropriate proportions so that we can survive. Okay, that was the very purpose of barter. Then it became commercial revolutions over a period of time. So 1500 to 1650, some compensation was started happening on hourly basis, on daily basis, on piece rate basis. So इतना बनाएंगे तो इतना या तो पैसा या सामान मिलेगा, है ना? Different kind of currencies were being used. currencies came later. So initially it was the barter where items were exchanged with one another in lieu of one thing or the other. Then gradually it came on piece rate, wages, hourly wages, daily wages, likewise. Then owners and shareholder concept came when each and a company came in India and they started doing business and trading. Okay. So there was one owner of the organization, and then there were other people who were investing or who were a part of the entire organization. And then they were distributing the benefits or the profits of the earning or the revenues. 1930 onwards, when the second revolution came into being, the fixed remuneration came into existence. And then we started saying it as a salary because it was difficult to measure. See, when you're, yeah, Anushka?
No, sir, I'm not saying anything.
Okay. So initially, when there were items, when you are manufacturing something, you can always count on that I manufactured 10 pieces. So for per piece, say half kg of rice. So 10 pieces, 5 kg of rice. I can always barter. Or one piece of rug or a Banarsi sari I made. I can exchange this Banarsi sari for say 1,000 rupees, 100 rupees, whatever I made. So wherever there was item, whenever there was commodity, it was easy. It was possible either to barter or to sell and earn. There were certain activities where the measurement was not possible. For example, 8 hours of job in a support function where you are not producing anything, but you are supporting the entire production process or production line. Right. So their measurement of your job, measurement of your work was tedious. You can't measure. 8 घंटे में कितना काम किया, या 8 घंटे में इतना ही किया. So then there came the concept of fixed remuneration, and the word used was salary. Okay. And for the operators, those who were making the pieces or working on the machines, okay, they were paid wage. So wage was either daily, counted monthly, paid monthly, but calculated on a daily basis. Whereas for other people, those who were in support function, or we call them a different category as a operation things, staff and operators or staff and workers. Okay. So then salary and wage, they came in the existence. And then how I will review how much I should be paid. So then the concept of performance management system came into existence, and things are evolving. Okay. However, if you say compensation, so what does it mean? You have heard this word compensate, isn't it? You सुना है word compensate?
Yes, sir.
So what does it mean?
So to compensate means to negotiate properly. If you are not liking something, you have to settle down on a particular thing. Means after
No.
discuss compensation, in return of something, you are giving something else.
So compensate means what? It's not negotiation.
No, yes, sir. So compensate means if suppose a scenario is there and we are having a loss in something, so the another person is giving something in return so that he can settle down the things, I guess.
Correct. So I will compensate for whatever you have done.
Yes, sir,
Isn't it?
exactly. Yes, sir.
Refill.
Yes, sir.
I will return the favor. है ना? I'll compensate. कुछ गलती हो गया, नुकसान हो गया, I will compensate. कुछ टूट गया, I will compensate.
Yes, sir.
I'll give back. है ना? So compensation is also what? It is giving back. management or the organization is compensating you for your efforts. है ना? Towards your services that you are rendering to the organization. Nobody is obliging anyone. You are working and the employer is paying. So whatever they are paying, they are compensating towards your hard work, towards your duties, towards your activities that you are doing for that organization. Okay. And in current parlance, it is your total reward system. When I say total reward system, it includes your salary, it includes your wages, it includes incentives, it includes commissions, it includes fringe benefits, it includes perks, it includes everything. Okay. Now, what are the different elements of compensation? How it can be done? What are things can be compensated? So anything and everything that an organization or an employer is giving to its employee by cash or kind is a compensation. है ना? आप जहां भी काम कर रहे हैं वहां आपको सैलरी के रूप में या किसी और तरह से कंपनी आपको जो भी कुछ दे रही है, इट इज कॉम्पेंसेटेड. Okay. Major components, your basic salary, your basic pay. Okay. So whatever is your monthly earning, the way we were calculating the other day, the basic pay. Okay. To perform your standard duties. आप रोज आते हैं, 8 घंटा काम करते हैं, घर जाते हैं, उसके लिए एक तनख्वाह निश्चित कर दी गई. और वो तनख्वाह जो है, it is based on the nature of job, the demography, the area, the complexity of the business, organization's profit, organization's presence overall. So there are various factors. Okay. The prevailing payment of that region. All right. So based on these benchmarks, a fixed tankha will be decided based on the grade, based on the experience, based on your seniority in the organization, your designation and grade. There is a fixed structure. Okay. So if I'm operating in a zone A, in A zone, if there are all chemical industries, how they are paying their employees in that particular zone. Okay, so it becomes competitive. So if Mr. A working in operation A has 10 years of experience, a science graduate, working at a chemist position, paid 10 lakh rupees. So Mr. B working in the same region with the company B would get 9 to 11 lakhs. With same experience and same qualification, he would also get the similar pay package. Okay, this is to maintain the parity in that region so that people will not switch over very often. यहाँ से वहां से वहां नहीं जाएगा, है ना? पापा ने बोला कि मैं सिल्क, कैडबरी सिल्क लेके देता हूँ, मम्मी बोले कि मैं नया ड्रेस लेके देती हूँ. तो जब तक मम्मी ने बोला नहीं था तब तक तो पापा अच्छे लग रहे थे. जैसे ही मम्मी ने कहा आज घर पे छोले कुलचे, तुरंत पापा के सिल्क साइड में मम्मी मेरी ज्यादा फेवरेट है ना? इमीडिएटली पापा बोलते कि नहीं चलो सिल्क के साथ छोले कुलचे और बाहर भी लेके जाऊंगा, संडे का मूवी. इमीडिएटली मम्मी साइड में, पापा फेवरेट, है ना? So if there is a disparity, if there is, the market is not competitive, people will switch over from one place to another place. So base pay is one of the element, a fixed monthly income according to the grade, age, experience, qualification, demography, nature of business, market conditions, and other things. Okay. So there are benchmark studies, there are salary benchmarking that happens in every region, in every area on a time to time interval, just to understand how others are doing. So this is one component, the fixed pay. The second area is variable pay. Okay. आप में से जिसके भी पेरेंट्स अगर सेल्स में है, I think someone's parent is there in sales or marketing, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so those who are in that field in sales and marketing, on top of fixed pay, over and above the fixed pay, they would be having sales incentives. है ना, कि आपको ये मंथली तनख्वाह तो मिलेगी ही, लेकिन अगर आप टारगेट अचीव कर लेते हैं, आपका जो भी मंथली सेल है, मंथली टारगेट है, मंथली रेवेन्यू है, बिजनेस एक्सपेंशन है, जो भी कुछ है, तो अगर आप ये सब अचीव कर लेते हैं, यू विल बी पेड, यू विल बी इंसेंटिवाइज्ड विथ सम एडिशनल अमाउंट, है ना, स्पेसिफिकली इन सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग. Okay, we call this particular term as PLI, performance links incentive, PLI. Okay, which will have multiple factors. It will have your own achievement, your own target achievement. It will have how the overall business is doing, how your factory or plant is operating, how the overall organization has performed on a given period of time. And then based on all these things, some calculations have been made, and then you are paid something over and above your base pay. So for sales and marketing, this is a common combination, fixed pay plus incentives. However, in manufacturing, in certain organizations, they have a fixed pay plus they have incentives. Okay. So every quarter, if the organization have done good, some lump sum amount is also given to the employees. Sometimes you will hear, every quarter there will be a revision. Every quarter they'll be paid some incentives, or on a certain target, or annually. So likewise, it all depends. Sometimes it is, retention bonus. Retention bonus. ये हर बच्चे के साथ होता है. Every kid, every student is a victim of retention bonus. You all are the victim of retention bonus.
So what is retention bonus?
Hmm?
What is retention bonus?
कितनी बार पापा ने या मम्मी ने ऐसा कहा होगा कि बेटा इतने % मार्क्स आ जाएंगे तो ये करेंगे,
Very often.
है ना, एवरी ईयर.
Yes, sir.
आप जिद कर रहे हो, उन्होंने बोला नहीं जिद मत करो तो ये कर देंगे. This is retention bonus. In industry, how do they do? They'll tell an employee that if you stay with us for 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, end of third year, we will give you X amount. एक अच्छी टाइटन की घड़ी मिलेगी, ये सोच के पूरा साल मेहनत करते हैं और अच्छे नंबर लाते हैं, है ना. छुट्टियों के पहले का होमवर्क, जैसे ही वेकेशन होता है तुरंत स्टार्टिंग के 2-3 दिन में खत्म कर लेते हैं. so that we can enjoy our entire vacation. Right? So this is retention bonus. Or at times, this is also a performance bonus. When you get good scores, you get good marks, your parent will, try to make it a bigger event. Your birthdays. Now, birthdays are fixed pay. Your birthdays are fixed pay. Every year it will come. Every year it will be celebrated. People may change, your parents, your friends, but the occasion is annual. It is fixed. There will be cake cutting. Your ceremony is fixed. The nature of gift is also more or less same, year on year or as you grow. But when the result comes, when you've done extremely well in boards, competitive exams, or something extraordinary you have done, the treatment is different. You are given a special treatment. Maybe an outing or a costly gift, an ornaments, a frame, anything. Something which is different, which is not very common. That is variable pay. And the entire thing, both the things put together, you call it as a compensation. So you have been compensated for your hard work. You've been compensated for your efforts. You have been compensated as you were born. So you're compensated. Therefore, your birthday has been celebrated. है ना? So base pay या fixed pay, हर महीने का नियत तनख्वाह जो आपको मिलेगी. Variable pay, subject to something, an amount payable to employee, subject to something. A good performance of an individual, a good performance of the organization, good plan performance, target achievement, exceptional achievement, something extraordinary you have done, a safety initiative, you saved someone's life, you did something which was, unbelievable. सोचा नहीं था और कर दिया. So all these are the reasons or occasions for which you can be paid or compensated. Sometimes it is defined, sometimes it is not defined. So when it is defined, it is variable pay. Okay, it is defined, it is variable pay. आपको साल के शुरुआत में बोल दिया कि अगर बोर्ड में फर्स्ट क्लास आएगा तो मैं साइकिल लाके दूंगा. This is variable pay. However, nothing was told. You scored good marks and your parent gifted you a cycle. Then it's a reward. Something which was declared, committed, communicated, and paid is variable pay. Something which has come all of a sudden because of something is a reward. So your base pay, which is a fixed one, variable pay, which changes or varies, and then ESOPs. That is special, packages. Sometimes the share in the share, dividends, stock options. Okay, these are the other things. Fringe benefits, like कंपनी ने आपको गाड़ी दे दिया, ड्राइवर दे दिया, रहने के लिए बंगला दे दिया, साल में एक पेड ट्रिप, आप हिंदुस्तान में कहीं भी जा सकते हैं, इंटरनेशनल टूर्स, paid leaves and additional paid leaves. All these becomes the other fringe benefits. Yeah, perks. Okay. Now put together, everything put together becomes your entire compensation package. Yeah, total reward. Okay. But all these things are defined and declared. All these things are defined and declared. महीने का तनख्वाह फिक्स है, वेरिएबल पे के कंडीशन फिक्स है, और जो भी स्टॉक ऑप्शंस हैं, ESOPs हैं, वो भी डिक्लेयर्ड है कि अगर आप 5 साल रुकते हैं तो आपको कंपनी 10 शेयर देगी उसके फेस वैल्यू पे। अगर आप 10 साल रुकते हैं तो कंपनी आपको 100 शेयर देगी उसके फेस वैल्यू पे। ओके, जो आप आपके रिटायरमेंट के बाद या कंपनी छोड़ने के बाद ट्रेड कर सकते हो, समथिंग लाइक दैट। ओके, और a vehicle, so long you are working in a capacity of a manager or a plant head, company will look after your transportation or commutation and it will arrange a vehicle. आपको एक गाड़ी देके रखेगी, और if you need there will be a chauffeur also. So that is another area of compensation. Is it clear? Any
Yes.
doubt in compensation?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
So how you can define a compensation? अगर आपको बोलना है तो कैसे बोलेंगे?
The compensation is more or less a reward that is given to employee or any particular person in exchange of the work they did.
Come again.
Compensation is more or less like a reward in exchange of the work that is done by an employee or a particular person.
So it is not a reward. It is actually an income, you know, general in cash or kind, for your services which you have rendered to the organization. What are the components of compensation?
Components of the compensation, it can be salary, bonus.
आवाज धीमे आ रहा है अनुष्का, I think.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now better.
So what you have said, please repeat.
I said, what are the components or elements of compensation?
So do you mean in what form we can give the compensation to the employee?
Yeah.
We can give it in the form of the fixed salary or any bonus or any type of weekend plans or holidays, etc.
So basic pay, the fixed pay, the variable components, and other things which are paid in cash kind of things. Okay, tradable money, ESOPs,
Yes, sir.
stock options, and all these things. Okay. Yes, Devanjana, any other version of this? Anything that you want to add to this?
Not really, sir. This base pay, variable pay, and ESOP. That's all I wrap my head around.
Correct. Okay. Juhi, any question, any doubt? Anything that you want to add to this?
No, sir.
Sure. ना जी, आपको कुछ टिप्पणी?
No, sir.
So this is one area, compensation. Now comes to benefits. Now when we say benefit, these are the welfare measures that organization is doing for their employees. They are not a cash thing. They are not payable every time to you. But directly or indirectly, they are helping in either your personal or professional pursuits, or your well-being, or your mental health, or managing your work-life balance. So compensation मतलब प्योर पैसा जो आप आपकी मेहनत कर रहे हैं उसके लिए आपको मिल रहा है वो, that is compensation, whether it is fixed, variable, SOPs, or whatever it is. Benefit are the welfare measures that an organization does for its employees. Okay. For being with them. So either you are there for long time, therefore, or you should be there for long time, therefore, or you should remain in such a capacity that you can help generating revenue for the organization for that. है ना? कोई आपको पैसा या कोई भी चीज क्यों देगा?
For getting something in return.
Get something in return. Perfect. स्वार्थ है उनका, है ना। आप सैलरी लोगे तो उनको कमा के दोगे, यू विल अर्न सो दे विल ऑल्सो अर्न, है ना। You will earn in thousands, so then they will earn in millions. Right. Similarly, benefit, again, the intentions are always noble, that you want to help your employees. You have to help your employees, you want to protect your employees, you want to retain your employees for a longer period of time. You want to make sure that your people are happy and comfortable working with you. So therefore, companies are giving something over and above the compensation. And then it's called as benefits, or in other language, you call it as welfare measures or employee welfare. So some of the benefits, health. Okay. Now for health, different organizations have different practices. Okay. When you will be working, you may also think about, suggest, implement whatever you can do. Okay. So in health, the broader area is health insurance. The other day when we were discussing the salary, we were using a term called ESI. Employee State Insurance Scheme, ESI. ESIC is the form. Okay. So there are government hospitals where people working in the industries in and around that hospital get free treatment. Okay. So they are as good as the multi-specialty hospitals. The treatment is free for those who are the member of ESI. Okay. And by default, anybody and everybody who works on the industries which are in the vicinity of that ESI hospital have to become the member of ESI. Okay. Now, everybody is not covered under ESI. So then the companies offer health insurance. Okay. The companies offer health insurance or Mediclaim, they call it. There are various ways to implement this. There can be various combinations, permutations. Okay. But this is to protect your expenses towards your health. So if anything goes wrong with the employee, sometimes extended to its family where the wife and children are covered. Sometimes it is also extended to the extended family, which means parents, and at times it goes beyond that, in-laws. So if the dependent in-laws are there, so it all depends to what level, you can support your people, you can bear those expenses, okay, or you want to help your people. To what extent? Accordingly, you may include or exclude things, but health insurance is to cover the medical exigencies of the employee or the immediate family. Okay. So on different grades, there can be different levels. 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 20 lakh tak ka kharcha company will bear. So that all depends on the organization to organization. But this is one area, health insurance and Mediclaim, which is one of the benefits which most of the organizations provide to their employees. Then medical checkup, just to ensure that their people are fit, they don't they don't caught any ailment. There are medical checkups. Sometimes it is only for the employee, sometimes it is biannually, sometimes it is once in 2 years, sometimes it is twice in a year, sometimes it is annually, sometimes it is only employees, sometimes it is employee and spouse. So it all depends on what level of welfare or benefits you want to extend to your people. Okay. Then there can be certain age criteria. Okay, if you are above 40, then both husband and wife both are covered under medical checkup. Then to meet the exigencies, like when COVID happened, nobody knew that there is a disease like this that can bring the world standstill, and suddenly people will die. Many people lost their breadwinners in the family. There was a single person earning. Suddenly he is no more. There is no social security. Okay. Over a period of job, over a period of work, you may accumulate some wealth. But young people, 35, 40, there was no age as such. Anybody may lose the life any point of time. And then the family will struggle. So many good companies, many big organizations, they came up with things like term plans. So if anything goes wrong with the employee, the family is compensated. Family is paid some lump sum amount, 25 lakh, 50 lakh, 1 crore, whatever it is. Sometimes it is fixed, sometimes it is variable based on the salary and earnings. Okay, with some minimum benchmarking, maximum benchmarking. So permutation combination can be anything, but these medical or health related benefits to the employees and families. There is one area of benefit. Then retirement benefits. Okay, आजकल की generation retirement में नहीं मानती. They are retired from day one. पहले दिन से उनको लगता है कि काम पैसा कमाने के लिए है. आज का कमाओ, आज का खर्चा करो, आज का ट्रेंड है उसको फॉलो करो, कल का कल देखेंगे. I mean that saving concept have reduced. लोग अभी ऐसा नहीं सोचते. In great olden days, your parent or your grandparents might have built a home after working entire year of the entire life, 30, 40 years. PF के पैसे में से घर बनाएंगे. That was the thought process. Today it is different. I'll borrow some loan and have a house in the beginning of my career. Now even the concept is changing. I don't want any home on my own. I'm happy paying rent so that I don't have any liability. So I have more money to spend. Okay, I accumulate wealth. I'll do trading. I'll invest. I'll generate wealth. When I'll retire, when I'll need a home, I'll get one. Okay. So at times the companies also help people planning their retirements. Okay. So that some income will continue post the retirements, the pension plan, medical benefits post retirement, because as you grow old, medical expenses are increasing. So company would continue even after the retirement. Company would continue for few years or till you survive for certain amount. 2 लाख 3 लाख 4 लाख रुपए का कवरेज आपको पूरी जिंदगी चलता रहेगा. Okay, so that is retirement benefits.
So am I
Some kind
audible?
of income. Sorry, Anushka.
So sorry to interrupt. So I wanted to ask, if suppose a employee is having a severe disease, so will the company will sponsor all his health medical checkups and all or not?
Yeah, it depends on the company to company. There is no law that governs on these things. But generally, organizations do support such employees to combat their medical ailments. Good organizations, they do this. So they will bear all the expenses to the extent possible.
Okay. Yes.
Generally, it happens in a good organization. They do take care of it. Sometimes it is occupational. Sometimes it is occupational in health issues. Like you're working in an environment and that environment have caused some damage to your body because of which you're suffering some ailment. Company would by and large help such employees. Giving an extra medical benefit, giving an extra medical claim facility, with due necessary approvals and everything, company would surely help. Sometimes they would give lump sum amount. Sometimes they would say that, okay, we will bear all your hospital expenses, medical and medicines you look after. Somewhere or the other, some ways can definitely be found out by good organizations. Okay. So
Yes,
I've seen some organizations where they do, bear everything, every expense, irrespective of employee survives or not.
okay, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So that is another benefit. Then learning, developing people, that's also a benefit to the employee. EDP and MDP. EDP stands for Executive Development Program. MDP stands for Management Development Programs. For example, someone wants to enroll for a YSI course. So company may say that, okay, we will sponsor your fees. I am a graduate, I want to pursue my post-graduation. So there would be policies in an organization that can help or support employees going for a higher education. Sometimes more paid leaves. Sometimes your fees is reimbursed. Conditional.
Okay, sir.
Like you enroll yourself, you get the registration done. So as soon as you complete your 6 months of study, whatever you spend in last 6 months, company will compensate. It will give you back. Okay. Study leaves, you want to go for a sabbatical. 2 महीना 3 महीना 4 महीना 1 साल, you want to take a break, you have to go on a sabbatical, you have to pursue some more knowledge that will be beneficial to the organization or your own development. Company could sponsor that. Company can help you. Low interest loans, 1%, 2% interest पे company आपको loan देगा पढ़ने के लिए. Sometimes it is extended to your children also. The scholarship programs. So if your child have done good in 10th, 12th board competitive examinations, management would be happy to, congratulate by way of some scholarships. That is all benefit in kind of cash. So training, getting training, reimbursing your fees, bearing those loan expenses, something of that sort. Everything and anything is possible. Or company would send you to some, good institute for some special training programs. There are organizations, they sponsor the people for IIT, IIM on executive programs. In individual capacity, it would cost 4 lakh rupees, 5 lakh rupees. I may not go. But then company believes that if he or she undergoes this particular program, it will be beneficial for the organization also. Okay, in the short run, they would sponsor. So something which I could not have done otherwise, because of my organizational support, I have done it. So training. And then fringe benefit. Anything other than this, in cash or kind. As I said, कंपनी ने गाड़ी दिया आपको, ड्राइवर दिया, पेट्रोल डीजल का पैसा दे रही है, साफ सफाई का पैसा दे रही है, all fringe benefits. A paid home, मकान, company quarter, maintained by company, fringe benefit. Annual tour with paid leaves, or accommodation bore by company, or tie up with certain resort or holiday packages where it is 50-50, or you spend first and then take the reimbursement. So all these are fringe benefits. So healthcare, retirement, training and fringe, these are broad categories. So when we say benefit, anything that company gives you other than money is benefit. I've seen organizations, I have been, when I was a kid, my father was working in an organization. So even the bulb, light bulb, that was also given by company. At a fixed interval, 2 or 3 bulbs every 3 months, it would be given by company. phenyl that we use, right? Phenyl, Harpic these days. In good olden days, it was phenyl. There was no Harpic. Okay. That phenyl was given by company. Furniture to set up your home, it's given by company. Even cycle. उस टाइम पे इतना बाइक और कार का क्रेज कम था, एफोर्डेबिलिटी नहीं. Cycle was, the very preferred medium of commutation, or a Luna per se. So such things were given by company, and this I'm talking around 30, 40 years back, not today. We're talking about welfare today, but these things were happening in the past also. All these things are the benefits. Free water, free electricity, no house rent, company township, company school, company's own medical setup, company's own community center, amphitheater, and everything. So all these things comes under the benefits. Of course, they have a cost. Okay. So compensation and benefit. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you add anything to the benefits? और क्या क्या हो सकता है?
So companies can provide food in canteens.
Food in canteen, perfect. What else?
Uniform.
If there, yeah.
Uniform है, okay. So uniform, subsidized food, transportation. What else? और क्या हो सकता है?
Gifts on celebrations.
Sorry?
Gifts on celebrations.
Celebrations. Celebrations like what?
Festivals occasion.
Festival celebrations, okay, very good.
Child care benefits.
Sorry?
Child care benefits.
Child care benefits. Okay.
Some companies give like gym memberships and stuff.
Sorry, Devanjana, it's not clear.
कुछ companies gym membership वगैरह भी देते हैं.
Correct. So, gym membership. Any other membership or card where you have the company has a tie-up with certain hotels, resort, or such amenities in and around your place. Okay. Then maternity benefit. 26 weeks paid leave. Though it's an act, but again it's a benefit for the employee. Certain organizations they started giving paternity benefit also. And when there is a newborn, the father is also allowed. He's given 10 days, 7 days, 8 days, 15 days of paid leave so that the mother and the baby can get settled. Of course, you can't get all the 26 weeks leaves, but certain companies they give this 7 days, 10 days paternity benefit as well. Okay. That by the time the baby and mother get settled, if the support is required, you can be home. Someone would have a hybrid model that, okay, for that duration, you work from home. That's also a benefit. Okay. Then having a crèche, crèche, crèche. Having a crèche at workplace, that's also a benefit. There are certain things which are governed by law, but still it is a benefit for the employee. There's a canteen. Canteen is governed by law, governed by act. होना चाहिए. Medical facility is governed by act. होनी चाहिए. Okay, crèche is also governed by act. होना चाहिए. But whether it is governed by act or not, it is a benefit for the employee. Okay, so anything and everything that you can think that can help an employee performing his duties better will come under benefits. Okay, and not always in terms of cash but in terms of kind. है ना, ये सब जितना भी यहाँ लिखा है इसमें कुछ ऐसा नहीं जिसमें कंपनी आपको सीधा पैसा दे रही है, लेकिन ये सबके पीछे जो खर्चा हो रहा है वो खर्चा कंपनी बेयर कर रही है और उसका फायदा आपको मिल रहा है एज एन एम्प्लॉय, राइट?
So can you please repeat what you have said about crutch?
Crutch is also a facility which is, though it is governed by an act, but still it's a facility. Now what is crutch? सुना है word?
No, sir, I'm not aware of.
CRECHE, crutch. Have you heard this word? No. हाँ ना, कुछ तो बोलो.
No, sir, I'm not aware of this word.
Anyone else? Juhi, Debanjana?
So could you repeat the word?
Crutch. CRECHE.
CH क्रैश मतलब बच्चों को जहाँ पे रखे जाते हैं.
हाँ.
हाँ.
बच्चों को यहाँ पे रखे जाते हैं.
Okay, sir, now I got the point.
बेबी केयर.
Yes, sir.
सो दैट बेबी सिटिंग जो है बाहर होती है, आप वहाँ बच्चों को रखे जाते हैं, लेकिन हर जगह शायद ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं होगा कि आप बच्चों को बाहर कहीं रखे आए, या प्रेफर नहीं करेंगे. सो एज पर एक्ट, wherever there are 30 female working, they should have a crutch. Okay, whether you are married, you're single, but if there are 30 or more female working, there has to be a crutch. So that is also a benefit, so that you can bring your babies to the office. Someone will take care of it. They are in front of your eyes. आपके सामने हैं, आप चाहे उनको मिल सकते हैं, देख सकते हैं at certain time interval. Things are taken care of. Okay. So all these are the benefits. They are all, in if it is not cash, it's in kind, right? Now the question is, क्या जरूरत है इसका? ये सब करने की जरूरत क्या है?
बेनिफिट्स देने की.
हाँ, इतना सब तुम आओ, काम करो, पैसा लो, घर जाओ, क्या जरूरत है?
Sir, it must be provided for the employee so that they will be motivated to give the better service.
हाँ, तो काम करने का तो पगार मिल रहा है ना, काम नहीं करोगे निकाल देंगे तुम.
So it is moral ethics also that the benefits must be provided if you are taking work from the employees.
काम के सामने तो पैसा है ना,
Yes, sir.
काम की एवज में तो आपको पगार दे दिया. What you're compensated is in lieu of your effort. आप सुबह उठ के ऑफिस आए, आपने अपना 8 घंटा हमको दिया, उसके बदले में हम आपको 1000 रुपये घंटे के हिसाब से 8000 रुपये रोज का देते हैं. आप मजा कीजिए. But as we were discussing, there are larger implications of it. Retention was one area. एम्प्लॉय आपके पास आएगा तो रुकेगा क्यों? पापा खाली कैडबरी सिल्क देंगे, मम्मी बोलेगी खाना खाने के बाद आज तेरे लिए छोले कुलचे बनाए हैं और उसके बाद आइसक्रीम भी है, तो तुरंत सिल्क से आप कूद के छोला कुलचा आइसक्रीम पे चले गए. पापा बोलेंगे छोला कुलचा अपन बाहर खाएंगे और पिक्चर भी देखेंगे, तो तुरंत यहाँ जम मार के पापा के साथ. तो ये सब नहीं हो, हर जगह छोले कुलचे मिलते रहे, हर जगह आइसक्रीम मिलता रहे. आप सिर्फ एक छोटी चीज के लिए इधर से भुगतान ना करें. काम में आपका मन लगा रहे, आपको बाकी चिंताएं घर की ना हो. These are the other, intangible areas. Few of the objectives why an organization needs CNB, compensation and benefit programs. So it is, the one is equity या इक्वालिटी. आप देखेंगे तो सब लोगों को एक जैसा रेम्युनरेशन मिलता रहे, जैसा काम वैसा पैसा, है ना. If someone is doing extraordinary work, he or she is compensated accordingly. So that is one reason to maintain the equity and equality. Then efficiency improvement के लिए, जैसे सेल्स में मैं बताया, आपको इंसेंटिव मिलता है आप अगर ज्यादा सेल करते हैं तो,
Yes, sir.
है ना. So that is your efficiency improvement. आप वही है, 8 घंटा आपके पास भी 8 घंटा मेरे पास भी है, लेकिन उस 8 घंटे में आप जो आउटपुट देते हैं और मैं जो आउटपुट देता हूँ, दोनों में फर्क है ना. So when you give more output, you are more efficient. So you have been compensated accordingly. Then expenses moderations. इससे क्या होगा कि आपको कैश कम खर्चा करना है, आप चीजें नेगोशिएट कर सकते हैं, है ना. आपको मेडिक्लेम मिल गया, आप शायद नॉर्मली लेने नहीं जाते. एक हेल्थ बेनिफिट, नॉर्मल मेडिक्लेम शायद हर आदमी नहीं लेता है, और even if they buy it very later age when it's very expensive. However, company gives you that medical benefit, so you are saving on money. Company negotiates on behalf of every employee. So company can get a good deal on a reasonable premium. So that makes their expense moderations. So सारा पैसा नहीं देना पड़ेगा, कुछ चीजें कैश में होंगी, कुछ से उनको बेनिफिट हो जाएगा, कुछ से एम्प्लॉय बेनिफिट हो जाएगा. So that is another one reason. Taxation and accounting, cash flow management and meeting social cause, income for surviving dependents. जैसा the term plan, COVID. Suddenly somebody expired, how the family will survive? So for such reasons, there are such term plans which employer buys for your behalf. Some of the economic theories that how it all grew over a period of time. You just note down these names: subsistence theory, wage fund theory, surplus value theory, and bargaining theory. Research about these, okay, and then share your findings. What are these theories? What does it mean? How? When? Any example?
Please repeat the question.
Question is, describe about subsistence theory, wages fund theory, surplus value theory, and bargaining theory. Okay. So these four areas: research, okay, and share what these theories are, how these were developed, why, any example related to these theories.
Should we submit it as an assignment?
You should submit it as an assignment.
Okay, sir.
So can you please tell the last date of the submission?
Yesterday.
How can it be possible? You mean tomorrow?
I've been as soon as possible.
Okay, sir.
This is one of my boss used to tell me.
Okay, sir.
Like he would give me a task and then like you asked, no, I will also ask. So कब तक चाहिए? Yesterday basis. Which means you're already late. Give me now. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So make it as early as possible. Before you forget what I asked, and I also forget what I asked, please submit.
Okay, sir.
Now, this we have already discussed the elements of salary, CTC and taxation, etc. है ना? Allowances, reimbursement, annual retirement, and other things. Taxable and exempted components. Yes, that was also a question. Na? Which of this is 100% taxable? Which of this is exempted? This also we had a discussion last session. Yes. Any questions so far?
No, sir.
पक्का ना सब clear?
Yes, sir.
Intelligent बच्चे हैं सब. Now quickly we see this another part, reward, recognition and engagement. Okay. So अब तक हमने जो भी discussion किया ना, this was all, as I said, agreed and given. है ना? सैलरी डिसाइड हो गया है. आप जब इंटरव्यू देने जाते हैं उस टाइम पे डिसाइड हो गया इन नेगोशिएशन कि भाई महीने का इतना पैसा मिलेगा, ये पगार मिलेगा, कंपनी का गाड़ी मिलेगा, बस में आना है, ये यूनिफॉर्म साल में 4 जोड़ी मिलेगा. ऑल दिस थिंग्स हैव बीन एग्रीड एंड गिवन. है ना? कैंटीन में खाना मिलेगा, उसका पैसा कटेगा, खाली वेज फूड मिलेगा, नॉन वेज नहीं मिलेगा. है ना? खाना लिमिटेड है, अनलिमिटेड नहीं है, घर से टिफिन नहीं लाना है, वॉट एवर इट इज. काम करोगे तो पैसा मिलेगा, नहीं तो नहीं मिलेगा, जितनी छुट्टी उतना पगार कट, या हर साल 30 पेड लीव मिलेगा, एनीथिंग, बोनस मिलेगा, नहीं मिलेगा, जो भी है, ऑल नेगोशिएशंस यू डू व्हेन यू टेक अप द जॉब, दे ऑल बिकम्स योर कॉम्पनसेशन. ओके. देन यू विल बी गेटिंग मेडिक्लेम. 5 लाख तक का 5 लाख तक का आपका कवरेज है. आप, आपकी पत्नी और 2 बच्चे उसमें शामिल हैं. है ना? आप किसी भी हॉस्पिटल में ट्रीटमेंट ले सकते हैं. उसका बिल सबमिट करेंगे तो आपको 30 दिन के अंदर रिमबर्समेंट आ जाएगा, या कैशलेस फैसिलिटी है, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. खुदा ना खास्ता, भगवान ना करे, चालू ड्यूटी में आप मर आ गए तो आपकी फैमिली को, आपकी फैमिली में जो भी जिंदा होगा उसको 1 करोड़ रुपया मिलेगा, या आपका जो भी सैलरी है उसका 100 गुना आपको मिलेगा. वट एवर इट इज, ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर इन्फॉर्म्ड, एग्रीड. है ना? So it becomes your compensation and benefit. However, there are many things which are not agreed at the time of interview, discussion, negotiation. है ना? But they come to you suddenly as a surprise. Or sometimes as a shock also. But most of the time it is surprise. Okay. For example, you are working in your factory, in your plant, in your office. You have not been to plant, so let's talk something different. घर पे आप अकेले हैं, पापा ऑफिस चले गए, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Screen is also visible.
Yes, sir. Clearly.
Yes, sir.
Right? So some your parent have gone to job, mom have gone to market, आप घर पे अकेले हो. Okay. And suddenly you find something unusual at home. शायद किचन में गैस चालू रह गया था, बाथरूम में नल चालू छोड़ के गए थे, and you observe that something is fishy. Someone is knocking the door, which is not known to you, unfamiliar person. Okay. So any, unwanted incident that could have happened, but with your wisdom, you saved. है ना? फटाफट आपने देखा गैस चालू है, पूरे घर में महकने लगा धीमे धीमे. And immediately you went to kitchen. First you switched it off. You opened all the windows. You also came out. When your parent came, you said, "Wait, let it subside, and then we will go in." So an incident that could have happened, you prevented this. Are you paid for this?
No, sir.
No, you are not paid for this. Okay. But how would you feel if your efforts are not appreciated? कैसा लगेगा यार? उसमें क्या है यार? ये कौन सी बड़ी बात है? How will you feel?
Disheartening.
Disheartening.
Yes, sir.
And if your parent says, मेरा बच्चा कितना बहादुर है, कितना बड़ा इंसिडेंट हो सकता है, उसको उसने रोक दिया, घर में आग लग सकती थी, उसको तो राष्ट्रपति पुरस्कार मिलना चाहिए. How would you feel?
Satisfactory.
Satisfactory. You will feel very elated.
Yes, sir.
अगली बार फिर से जब आप लोग नहीं होंगे तो मैं घर में फिर कुछ ऐसा करूंगी कि आप आके दोबारा मेरी तारीफ करो. है ना? इस बार आप गैस नहीं छोड़ के जाओगे तो मैं खुद खोल दूंगी. है ना? तो दैट आप आके फिर मेरी तारीफ करो. You feel elated. That is recognition. You did something. It was either a part of your job or it was not a part of your job. You have done something which is beyond your routine activity, or you have achieved what was expected from you. Someone comes and praises you. It's a recognition. है ना? आप बोर्ड में अच्छे मार्क्स से पास होते हो, पूरा मोहल्ला आपको आके बधाई देता है, कोई 1 रुपया देता नहीं है. Everybody comes and praises you. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And then you feel happy about it. That's recognition. And when any such effort is compensated by something, it's a reward. शाबाश मेरे बच्चे, आज तेरी वजह से घर में आग लगने से बच गई. चल आज तुम्हें एक नया ड्रेस दिलाता. तो जो तारीफ थी, that was a recognition. That dress is a reward. So together or individually, both these things will help you in doing anything extra more often. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes? No?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
इसका मतलब नहीं घर में खुद ही गैस खुला छोड़ के चले जाने का. नल से जल आ रहा है तो नल खोल देने का, पूरे घर में जल जल हो जाए. तो the reward and recognition is over and above your compensation and benefit. है ना? So this reward and recognition, it increases your efficiency. आपकी काम करने की क्षमता को थोड़ा बढ़ा देगा. है ना? आपको उस माहौल में अच्छा लगने लगेगा. It's like you go to college not to see your teachers for sure, है ना, but to see someone special. वो आया है या वो आई है कि नहीं. and that decides your that day's performance in the school or college. You know, so that increases or decreases your efficiency, your engagement with that environment, with that organization, with that department, you know, the physical well-being of your own mental state of happiness, all these things. And we call this as the word used is engagement. Okay. And when we say engagement, it means how willfully or willingly you are contributing to the organization development and you're doing your job. है ना? आप क्रिकेट देखते हो? You all watch cricket?
Personally, I don't watch cricket. I watch very rarely.
Yes or no?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So not even occasionally. Any other
Very
sports
rare.
that you like? Any other sports that you like?
Yes, I used to watch international kabaddi. I don't know why, but I used to like international kabaddi.
You like watching international kabaddi. So whatever sports or activity that you like, watch, see, so whatever sports you follow, watch, participate, enjoy, see at local level, at international level, wherever. When the team is doing good, how is the body language of the player?
They feel very encouraged and enthusiastic towards the
How do you feel when your team does good?
same. We feel very enjoyable and very enthusiastic at the same time.
And what if the team is not doing good?
We also don't feel good for them.
And they themselves also, the body language reflects.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that time they become disengaged. They are no more interested in the play. फर्स्ट हाफ है, सेकंड हाफ है, खत्म होगा, फटाफट आज का मैच निपटा दो, कल देखेंगे. पता है ऐसा?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Agree or disagree?
So please repeat what you have said. Your voice was cracking.
I said, when you study, you don't score equal marks in all the subjects. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Even if you want to score the equal mark in every subject, for certain subjects you have to put extra effort.
Yes, sir.
Why so? Because you don't like that subject. That subject is not interesting.
Yes, sir, it may be possible, or either the subject is hard to read at the same time.
The subject which is not interested, you may not like this, or the one who is teaching is not that encouraging. So if you want to score the same number in each subject, for certain subjects you have to put extra effort. For certain subjects, it happens automatically. अगर आप 8 घंटे का शेड्यूल बनाते हो पढ़ाई का, तो उसमें आप देखोगे कि 6 घंटे ऐसे सब्जेक्ट होंगे जो आपको ज्यादा पसंद है, 2 घंटे ऐसे होंगे जो आपको कम पसंद है, लेकिन फिर भी करना तो पड़ेगा. या कई बार उल्टा करना पड़ेगा, 6 घंटा उन सब्जी को देना पड़ेगा जो आपको नहीं पसंद है, और 2 घंटा उन सब्जी को देना पड़ेगा जो आपको ज्यादा पसंद है, बिकॉज यू कैन क्विकली डू दिस. ओके, so at times you are more engaged with certain subjects and less engaged with certain subjects. So where you're engaged, you do, the term called smart work बोल सकते हैं उसको आप. कम मेहनत में आप ज्यादा अच्छा कर सकते हो. When you're engaged, when you're disengaged, you'll do more on the, you'll put more efforts, but result will not be that good. If cooking is your hobby, or you enjoy cooking, whatever you will prepare would be tasty and delicious. But if cooking is not hobby, if you don't enjoy cooking, but just being the lady in the house, you have to cook, believe me, वो सिर्फ खाने के लिए ही खाना होगा, है ना?
Yes, sir.
Right? Because you are not involved in this. एक काम है, खत्म करना है, खाना बना के खिला देना है.
Formality.
हाँ, which means it is a disengaged activity. करना है, कर दिया, हो गया, खत्म. खाना खाओ, यही है. खाने में कंकड़ आ गया, खाते खाते तो हस्बैंड बोले, कह रहे तुमको दिखता नहीं, भगवान 2 आंख दिए, एक पत्थर नहीं दिखा. इफ यू आर नॉट एंगेज, आंसर होगा हम भगवान को 32 दांत दिए, कंकड़ नहीं चबा सकते. राइट? If you're engaged, you'll say, okay, sorry, next time I'll be more careful. Okay. So the basic of reward and recognition, eventually it leads to employee engagement. When we say engagement, it is your involvement in the activity, your involvement in the job, your involvement in your, routine, whatever you are doing. कॉलेज में अगर फेस्टिवल है, आपको जाना अच्छा लगता है ना?
Yes, sir.
बट वही लेक्चर होगा तो यू वुड गिवन ए सिचुएशन, यू वुड ऑप्ट आउट कि नहीं जाना, छोड़ो ना, घर पे पढ़ लेंगे, यूट्यूब वीडियो देख लेंगे, है ना?
Of course, yes, sir. Of course, we'll go for the second option.
Correct. Same thing is with this class also. Why I say?
No, sir. It can't
Hmm.
be done in a recorded mode. That's why.
तो क्या है, करना है, कर रहे हैं. मैं पसंद हूँ नहीं हूँ, मैडम पसंद हो नहीं हूँ, आना है तो आना है. So you remain more engaged. So if there is a festival, if there is a celebration in the college, you'll be very happy going. है ना, सुबह जल्दी उठ के फटाफट रेडी होके जाओगे. बट वही टीचर बोलेगा आधा घंटा जल्दी करना है लेक्चर कल सुबह, अरे इनको तो कोई फुर्सत ही नहीं है, इनको तो कुछ काम धंधा नहीं है, खुद को जाना होगा कहीं पे, इसलिए हमारे सुबह बिगाड़ रहे हैं. ऐसा मुंह बना के यू विल गो टू कॉलेज. So that is the difference between engagement and unengaged. Okay. When we say engagement, there are 3 types of engagements, as we were discussing: engaged, not engaged, and actively disengaged. तो जो engage है ना, जो engage है, वो तो कम वॉट में लगा ही रहेगा, विराट कोहली जैसा. टीम अच्छा कर रही है, नहीं कर रही है, he will try, he will put all his efforts to cheer, to increase the motivation of people. खुद भी लगा रहेगा, लोगों को भी बोलेगा, अरे करो ना यार, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, चलो ना करते हैं, लेट्स डू इट, लेट्स गिव इट अ ट्राई, भले थोड़ा कमजोर है बट चलो मिलके करेंगे. दैट इज एंगेजमेंट, हाईली एंगेज पीपल. दूसरा होगा नॉट एंगेज. वो किसी को मोटिवेट तो नहीं करेगा, लेकिन डिमोटिवेट भी नहीं करेगा। है ना? आएगा 8 घंटा काम करेगा, चला जाएगा, उसको ज्यादा किसी से मतलब नहीं है। सुबह आया, अपना रूटीन निपटाया, शाम को घर। आप लोगों को अपने आने का, क्लास पढ़ने का, जाने का, है ना? सो यू आर नॉट, नुकसान नहीं है, बीच में हल्ला गुल्ला नहीं, शोर नहीं मचाओगे, टीचर को चौक नहीं मारोगे, है ना? फोन लेके नहीं लगे। You will come, you will do your job, you will go. So you are not damaging anything. Though you are not contributing, you are not damaging also. Third category is dangerous. Actively disengage. ये खुद कुछ करेंगे नहीं, दूसरों की खुशी से देखी नहीं जाएगी, और ये आपको भी अच्छा नहीं करने देंगे, और कुल मिलाकर के पूरी सिस्टम का सत्यानाश करते हैं। Okay. So engage is best. Not engage is okay, but actively disengage is very dangerous. And the engagement comes from, as we are talking about, your CNB, compensation benefits, reward and recognition. These are the major contributors about bringing people, about keeping someone engaged. Of course, it means the motivation. आप मेहनत करते हो क्योंकि आपको अच्छे मार्क्स चाहिए, अच्छा स्कोर आएगा, आप अच्छा क्वालिफाइंग एग्जाम क्रैक कर सकते हो, अच्छा जगह पे आपको एडमिशन मिलेगा, अच्छा पोस्टिंग मिलेगा, ऑल दिस अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, इट कीप्स यू इंगेज, है ना? वही क्लास में ऐसे बच्चे भी होंगे जो ना खुद पढ़ेंगे ना दूसरों को पढ़ने देते हैं, और यहाँ तक कि टीचर की भी कमी निकालेंगे, अरे ये तो ऐसा ही है, मास्टर तो कहाँ से पढ़ गया है और हमें सिखा रहा है। Okay, so they are actively disengaged. They damage organizations. This I'll skip for a while. What are the drivers of engagement? What motivates people? What motivates people? Skip for a while. This is important. Why and engagement? What is the role of an HR? आदमी का इंटरेस्ट बना रहे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, काम में, उसके लिए एचआर का क्या रोल है, ये थोड़ा समझना जरूरी है। वन थिंग इज जॉब एनरिचमेंट। आपके जो लोग काम कर रहे हैं उनके पास काम इस तरह का है जो उनको लगता है कि अच्छा है। 8 घंटे का अगर ड्यूटी है तो कम से कम 6 साढ़े 6 घंटे का उसके पास एक अच्छा काम है जो उनको पसंद है। ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट जहां जरूरत है वहां उसको इंप्रूवमेंट करने के लिए आप टाइम टाइम पे उसको ट्रेन कर रहे हो, इंटरनली एक्सटर्नली, बाय मीन्स ऑफ ट्रेनिंग, बाय मीन्स ऑफ experiential learning, by means of sending him out to some school, colleges, certification courses, e-learnings, anything. Then designing the compensation and benefit programs for your employees so that they remain engaged, so that they remain interested in organizations. 4 4 साल 5 5 साल तक पगार नहीं बढ़ रहा है लोगों का, या जो बढ़ रहा है वो इट इज नॉट कॉम्पिटिटिव विद द मार्केट. Okay, benefits are very poor or no benefit at all. Then those who are there for some time, they will remain with you, they will not contribute in the organization also. कैरियर ग्रोथ का प्रोस्पेक्ट्स है उन लोगों के लिए, और उनका परफॉर्मेंस भी मैनेज होता है. सो इफ समवन इज डूइंग गुड, they are treated accordingly. If someone is not doing good, he is coached, mentored, advised accordingly. So that is the role of an HR. As I said, engagement comes from the motivation. Okay, and for motivation there are two theories that helps on engagement and motivation. One is Maslow's need hierarchy theory. Maslow's need hierarchy theory. This is one theory that talks about 5 levels of your need. When we started the session, I said need and want. There are 2 different things. Okay. So what I need and what I want. For example, use of air condition. Use of air condition. Need or want?
Want.
Want.
Yes, sir.
Having an automobile. Need or want?
So somehow it's a need also.
So now in current scenario, if you see, even air conditioner has become a need.
Yes, sir.
You know, the way temperature is increasing, air conditioner has become a need. No more a want now. Okay, automobile, as I said, people were used to walk miles in the great olden days, but today automobile is a need. It's not a want. Yeah, premium can be a want, but basic to need ho gaya abhi. So there is a physiological need, safety need, belongingness and love, esteem, and self-expressions. These are 5 hierarchies, 5 levels: basic, psychological, and self-fulfillment. Okay, I'm not going in detail of this model as of now. I'm leaving it for you. Explore Maslow's need hierarchy theory. What are the things that fall under each need? फिजियोलॉजिकल नीड में क्या आएगा, सेफ्टी नीड में क्या आएगा, बिलोंगिंगनेस एंड लव नीड्स में क्या आएगा, एस्टीम नीड्स में क्या आएगा, और सेल्फ एक्सेप्टेंस में क्या आएगा. और उस नीड को पूरा करने के लिए व्हाट कुड बी योर कॉम्पनसेशन. समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
ये 5 लेवल में नीड क्या क्या है. ओके, उसको आप किससे रिलेट या कनेक्ट कर सकते हो, और उस नीड को फुलफिल करने के लिए एज एन एम्प्लॉयर, एज एन HR, how will you help? This I'm leaving to you. You refer YouTube videos, you refer Google, you see Maslow's hierarchy theory in detail and whatever resource available to you. Take your time, 2 days, 3 days. Okay. And I would suggest record a video, 1 minute, 2 minutes ka video record karke, then put it on the group. And what did you understand by need hierarchy theory? Presentation will always do. Presentation will also help. But a video would help us to understand that you understood. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Whatever is convenient.
Sir, I wanted to ask, physiological safety of a love and belonging way, how is it possible to be of help to the employee? I know
When we say
esteem or self-actualization may help hota hai, but then
when I say physiological, this is the starting of your career. What you need is you get a good, comfortable work environment. Your physics is taken care. Then safety and security needs. As you grow in the hierarchy, you don't need the physiological, but then you need job security. You need workplace safety. When
sir,
you grow,
this is like a reimagination of Maslow's need hierarchy. Is it?
when I'm saying, no, it's not reimagination, but getting into the details of this hierarchy theory. This is one theory which has 5 levels. So when I say physiological needs, how will I help an employee meeting these requirements? Okay.
I mean, if you're talking about the basic needs, जो physiological needs होते हैं, the end में जो like एकदम beginning वाला जो needs होता है,
Correct,
at that
correct.
at that point, it is actually just food, water, warmth, shelter, and all of that.
Correct.
Okay.
So when we say food, water, warmth, and shelter,
इसको survival needs भी बोलते हैं. What
perfect,
all those
perfect,
things that we need for survival. So
correct.
इसमें maybe salary is the only way to ensure
No.
that.
So not only salary. What else? I say subsidized food.
Okay.
I have a canteen where I offer either free or subsidized food.
Right.
I am meeting their physiologically.
Right, or health benefits also that can
I
also
have a colony where low rent accommodation is available.
correct.
Shelter. Their working schedule is such that after every 4 hours they get a rest of 1 hour. So we have a restroom in the premise. Physiologically, ये basic चीज है.
Okay, sir.
है ना? उसका अर्निंग 10,000 15,000 रुपया है. उसमें से अगर आप उसके खाने का पोर्शन आप टेक केयर कर लेते हो, he can save, isn't it?
Right. True, sir.
So that is how you have to think and relate.
Okay.
है ना?
Yes.
So when से सेल्फ एक्सप्रेशन एकदम आप आपकी कैरियर की एकदम आखिरी स्टेज पे हो, तब क्या चाहिए? तब आपको पैसा नहीं चाहिए. You have sufficient. है ना? Unless your level is not that. You're struggling for the entire life. But then there comes a stage when you feel that बस यार अब बहुत हो गया, अब सीधा बद्रीनाथ में गुफा भाड़े पे लेंगे और उधर जाके शांति से ध्यान तप करेंगे, सब मगजमारी से बाहर. या बहुत नौकरी कर लिया, अब अपना खुद का कुछ करेंगे. क्रिएटिविटी. बहुत अच्छा पढ़ा लिया, अब अपनी बुक लिखेंगे. क्रिएटिविटी, दैट इज एपेक्स सेल्फ एक्सप्लेनेशन. है ना? उसके पहले क्या होगा? पोजीशन चाहिए, फेम चाहिए, लोग साहब बोलना चाहिए, सैल्यूट करना चाहिए. वो नीचे ऑफिसर या वर्कर को वो सब का चिंता नहीं, कोई उसे साहब बोलेगा या सैल्यूट करेगा. उसको तो पैसा कितना है आखिर के दिन, 8 घंटा ओवर टाइम करना तो करके भी मैं पैसा ज्यादा कमाना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि रिक्वायरमेंट मेरा मोर इज मॉनिटरी. है ना? So that way you relate and then come up with certain combinations. What could be? They may be correct. There is no right and wrong in this. Everything you think is right. It all depends on how the organization supports that entire initiative or development. So this is one theory, Maslow's need hierarchy theory. Another theory that talks about employee engagement and efficiency is Heisenberg's two-factor theory. And Heisenberg's, I think it is Heigenberg. Heisenberg's two factors theory. उसको हाइजीन एंड मोटिवेशन थियरी भी बोलते हैं.
Also, कि टू फैक्टर थ्योरी के साथ we can relate Maslow's physiological needs भी, है ना? Because he talks about hygiene factors also, जो कि
Correct. So hygiene and motivation. I think two theories are there. So what is need and what is want? That talks about that those two factors. There are few things which are basic. आप उसको देंगे तो बहुत फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, लेकिन नहीं देंगे तो फर्क पड़ेगा. दैट इज हाइजीन. एक अच्छा वर्क एनवायरमेंट आप नहीं देंगे तो आदमी परेशान रहेगा. देने से उसका एफिशिएंसी बहुत बढ़ जाएगा, नॉट नेसेसरी. है ना? सो दीज टू थियरीज, स्पेंड योर टाइम ऑन दिस. I don't need immediately. Take 2 weeks time. Maybe in some other class we will talk about it. If you could do it, sooner the better. But by next Saturday, Sunday also you can share your thought on this. Okay, and this is bonus. Bonus work, है ना? So lot of things to do. Few from the last session and few for this session. Take down these questions. Gallup's Q12 questionnaire, what it is. Then 8 to 10 engagement activities that you can think how you can make people engage, and some reward and recognition activities as well. You understand what is reward, you understand what is recognition. So what one can do, or how you can categorize some activities which can come as a reward, or it can be a recognition. A reward and recognition can also be an engagement activity, vice versa. Something that motivate people, can engage people. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Any question now?
No, sir.
नहीं ना?
No, sir.
No.
So we have to do these 3 questions along with the research.
Yes.
And Maslow
Okay.
need model.
Correct. So Maslow and this, 2-factor theory. You spend some time on this. I don't want immediately, but these other questions, they are more on the literature. You have to go through the literature, and you can do it. थोड़ा creativity है, थोड़ा अपना दिमाग लगाना है, थोड़ा पूछो, थोड़ा research करो. But for those 2 things, you present more your own thoughts and words, because that will help you
Okay, sir.
in your longer runs.
And what about the assignment from the last session?
They are also to be done.
Okay, sir.
That's why I said a lot of works to do.
Yes, sir.
We missed 1 week, there is a backlog.
Okay, sir.
No questions?
No, sir.
Tanya present है कि absent है?
Present, sir.
Oh my God. तो इतना साइलेंट प्रेजेंट क्यों?
नहीं सर, धीरे बोल रही हूँ.
हाँ क्यों?
रूममेट्स भी है ना साथ में, तो
Fine. So if there is no question, we call it a day.
Yes, sir.
आज 10 मिनट जल्दी छुट्टी.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
थैंक यू सर.
See you. Tomorrow, I think ma'am will take the class. I'll not take the class tomorrow. Asana ma'am will be there tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Okay. I'll trouble you sometimes again after some time.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
थैंक यू सर.
Have a good night.
Sir.
थैंक यू सर.